So this was a rather miserable little puzzle. So this is a 500-piece puzzle from Galison. It is from a museum collection. So I think someone purchased it in a museum gift shop. They gave it to the library where I'm the puzzle coordinator, and I took it home to make sure all the pieces were there because the box was a little bit beaten up. What this image is it's supposed to show some famous wallpaper in this museum. And the challenge with this wallpaper is it all kind of looks the same. So this wallpaper is a repeating image of, I guess, ferns or sort of connected leaves. And it's not even clear which side is up. It's a square with the same repeated wallpaper. So as you can imagine, that does not create ideal conditions for speed puzzling. To add to that, this had been a well-loved puzzle before I received it in my sort of puzzle curator job. And so as a result, the pieces did not click super well. They fit together. There weren't false fits because there weren't false fits because the puzzle was poorly made, but there were false fits because basically the pieces had gotten stretched out over time. So you can see I've kind of gotten the border done. So I am 45 minutes into the puzzle and I have just gotten the border done. And on a 500 piece, I'm often finished in kind of 45 minutes to 55 minutes. So this is really slow. This is an awful puzzle. And I'm also slowing down. I'm working with less than ideal light. I'm doing this, at night before I go to bed. And I'm tired. It's not ideal conditions for speed puzzling anyway, let alone on this kind of puzzle, as you see my friend visits. So there were a couple of flowers in this sort of repeating leaf pattern that were easier to spot. And so I did do those. So you can see there's this sort of white flower and some of these pink flowers at the bottom. I generally don't use the image on the box very much when I puzzle. This puzzle was an exception because I could see lots of chunks, like here's a pink flower, here's a white flower, but they were very self-contained chunks, and I was really relying on the box to know, oh, this is going to go up here, or this is going to go towards the bottom, which slowed me down. I need to practice using the box. A lot of the puzzles that I do, I only need to use the box for like broad reference, like, oh, this goes over here, not for this sort of very detailed, oh, this is how everything fits together. So yes, just very much continuing to try to hack through this puzzle here. Speeding up a little bit, so I'm now working with natural light, which is helping a lot. One of the challenges, Galison has a glossy finish, and so when you're working with overhead lighting, it can make it really hard to see the patterns on the pieces. And because Galison also has only 2 innie, 2 outie pieces, you can't even shape sort. So really just like a very, very tough combination. But now I am just sort of I can't shape sort really, but doing the best I can just to fill in those last few pieces. This puzzle in total actually took me almost 3 hours for a 500 piece, so really tough one.